Behind the scenes at Anfield, something extraordinary happened. After a bitter run of 4 consecutive defeats, Liverpool seemed to be spiralling into a state of discouragement and doubt. Yet amid the tense silence that hung over the dressing room, captain Virgil van Dijk decided to take action. The Dutch defender, renowned for his calm demeanour and commanding presence on the pitch, called a players-only meeting on Monday. No coaches, no staff, no cameras. Just the squad, face to face, laying their cards on the table and reigniting the spark that had appeared to be fading. 2 days later, the result of that conversation erupted spectacularly. Liverpool thrashed Eintracht Frankfurt 5-1 in a performance that restored the sparkle to the fans' eyes that had disappeared in recent weeks. The rout was not merely a victory, it was a message that the team was still alive, united and ready to fight, a direct echo of the intense conversation led by Van Dijk. During the 4 prior defeats, criticism had been relentless. Speculation spread like wildfire. Was manager Arne Slot losing control of the squad? Was there a crisis in the dressing room? Some pundits absurdly suggested that the so-called emergency meeting on Monday was about discussing Slot's dismissal. Nothing could have been further from the truth. The meeting, now confirmed by the captain himself, had nothing to do with the manager's future. It was about something far deeper: the unity of the group, Liverpool's identity, and each player's commitment to the shirt they wear. Van Dijk revealed that he felt the need to speak, to open his heart, and to remind his teammates what it truly means to play for a club with such history and passion. On Monday, everyone was down, the defender said after the victory in Germany. Losing to Manchester United at home was a hard blow. We're not used to that. During my time at Liverpool, there have been very few times we've left Anfield defeated. So yes, the mood was heavy. But we wanted to talk, and no, it wasn't a crisis meeting. It was a conversation among leaders, men, teammates. We knew things could change quickly, and we wanted to change together. The captain also explained that there were 2 key moments in this resurgence. First, a technical discussion with Arne Slot and his coaching staff, and then a private meeting among the players alone. In this second instance, Van Dijk spoke. "I wanted to say a few things. It's not something I do all the time, but I felt it was the right moment. Sometimes you need to look your teammates in the eyes and speak the truth, and that's what we did. After that, the atmosphere changed completely." And indeed it did. The mood that had once felt heavy and uncertain gave way to a sense of renewal. The victory over Frankfurt reflected a team that had rediscovered its essence. Liverpool played again with intensity, creativity, and, above all, purpose. They created as many chances as in the previous match against Manchester United, but this time showed composure and precision. Defensively, balance returned, exactly what Arne Slot had been trying to rebuild since the start of the season. Yet while the team was reorganising, a comment made during the international break gained attention and sparked indignation among fans. Dutch legend Marco van Basten, one of the greatest names in the Netherlands' football history, made a controversial statement claiming that Van Dijk is not a leader. The remark, made after the Dutch national team's wins over Malta and Finland, felt like an unfair blow and in some ways disconnected from reality. "He's a fantastic player, perhaps the best centre-back in the world, but he lacks that spirit of leadership, that driving force. He should be the one to pull the team forward." The former striker added that he hoped that Arne Slot would teach Van Dijk how to lead properly. The words sounded odd. After all, the defender is not only Liverpool captain, but also captain of the Dutch national team.
Van Dijk's response, however, did not come in the form of a speech. It came through actions. By leading the meeting and guiding the team to a crushing victory over Frankfurt, the captain did what true leaders do. He demonstrated, rather than lectured, what it means to be at the helm of a group. And this was not the first time Van Basten had tried to undermine the defender. In 2023, after the Netherlands lost 4-0 to France in Euro qualifiers, he had said that Van Dijk talks a lot but says nothing. On that occasion, the former player criticised the captain's calm and measured style, claiming he creates confusion and isn't tactically strong. Those words now carry a sense of irony, as the same man he accused of passivity was responsible for reigniting Liverpool's competitive spirit during one of the most delicate moments of the season. As Van Dijk himself stated, the key was blocking out external noise. We live in a world where there's always noise. There's always someone who thinks they know better. Always opinions, speculation, criticism. But you can't control that. The only thing we can control is how we respond. And we chose to respond together. The only way to get out of a rough patch is to stay united, keep your head, and keep believing. The captain also revealed, with a touch of humour, that the atmosphere after the meeting was completely different. Before, the mood was really heavy. After we spoke, everyone felt lighter, more confident, even happy. It was a turning point. The result of this change was immediate. Liverpool didn't just win, they dazzled. Goals came in every form, fast, precise, full of intensity. The team appeared freer, more connected. Slot's face on the bench, usually serene, this time carried the smile of someone who knows his team has grasped the message. The English press highlighted that the triumph was a watershed moment. Headlines didn't just focus on the scoreline, but on the rebirth of a winning mentality. The victory, analysts said, was a direct reflection of Van Dijk's silent yet powerful leadership, a leader who prefers to act rather than speak. Any doubt over the players' support for Arne Slot was completely dispelled. Contrary to some ill-intentioned rumours, the dressing room displayed unity and faith in the Dutch manager's project, as he attempts to implement a new, more aggressive and fluid style of play inspired by his successful spell at Feyenoord. Behind the scenes, it is said that Van Dijk's conversation with the squad was also a gesture of support for Slot, a way of showing that the players stand together and are committed to the manager's vision. Slot, in turn, reportedly praised the captain's initiative, seeing it as a sign of maturity and collective responsibility. Meanwhile, in sports media corridors, Van Dijk's name was once again exalted. Those who had doubted his role as a leader now acknowledged the evidence. The Dutchman is indeed the heart and soul of the team. He embodies stability, the calm voice amid the storm, and the moral shield of a group that refuses to give up. For now, though, the focus isn't on transfers or external controversies. What truly matters is what happened inside that dressing room. A moment of honesty, unity, and genuine leadership. The kind of moment rarely seen by the public, but which defines the soul of a championship-winning team. Van Dijk didn't need to raise his voice or point fingers. He simply reminded his teammates why they are there, to honour a shirt that carries the history of generations. And if anything became clear during this turbulent week, it's that Liverpool is not broken. It just needed a spark. And that spark came from the words of a captain who once again proved that a true leader is one who inspires others to believe again.